Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women. That is good. That is good.
Hello, welcome to Wahoo Warrior. This will be the third round of the Adepticon battle, 2-day tournament. So this is I'm 0-2 going into this one, so I'm looking for a win to finish up the day. The good news is I've had a couple beers with my last opponent, so feeling pretty good, but switching back to coffee and trying to make something happen here. Before I get into that though, I just want to go back over those last two and talk about steam tanks a little bit. A couple things about them. One, I thought regrowth did not affect steam tanks with the D3+1. I thought it only replaced models. Maybe there's been an FAQ on that, but that was pretty brutal. And that with that life, I understand the lore tribute give you a wound back, but I didn't know you could do the regrowth, so that was pretty brutal. The other thing with steam tanks is what is up with the misfire chart. In all these games, I've put wounds on them as soon as I could to try to force misfires, but man, they don't do hardly anything. You get 2d6 strength 2 and you get your armor save. How does an engine blowing up inside the tank give you an armor save? That's ridiculous. It's very lenient on the steam tanks with the misfire chart, and I don't think they're broken. I just didn't bring the tools to deal with it. But yeah, very frustrating. So I'm hoping for the next battle it's not going to be Empire. I get to the table and find out it is not Empire, but it's about just as bad, facing Chaos Dwarfs. And I roll up a couple spells, Light of Battle and Foz Protection. And neither one of these is very good. For the -1 to hit could be nice. He doesn't really have template shooting. He's got one cannon. That's it. So against the Chaos Dwarves, there's my deployment from left to right, and I'll get to his list in a minute. The deployment in this scenario is kind of dictated by random rolls, so that was actually something that kind of worked out for me. He wasn't able to put his things where he probably wanted them to be the most, but I have a Wolf Chariot, my Black Orcs, another Wolf Chariot, Mangler Squig, a couple Trolls. In this one I put my BSB and my General and one of the 2 Night Goblin casters in the Goblin bunker. I put another Night Goblin caster in the Night Goblins itself, and I didn't want that General with my Black Orcs. They needed to get to business this game, no BS, and get into the middle of a battle. So that's what I was thinking of when I set up there. And then I also had the random rolls, so I had to nominate where they were going to be before I rolled in the unit, and so I played it safe and made that bunker unit with the General in it. But then I got my Savage Orcs there and another Mangler Squig, and I got my War Machines all pretty much in the center. So my deployment's not too bad for random rolling. I was pretty lucky. Now my opponent is Chaos Dwarves, and behind that big fluffy bush he's got a Kadai Destroyer. I'm glad that he rolled it on the far left, but that's there. Now this other thing is some kind of train tank thing. It's like he's got 2 of those. None of them have shooting. They have all close combat attacks, and one of them is toughness 8 and the other one is toughness 7 with a ton of wounds. So it's basically steam tank ish, random movement, impact hits, grinding, all kinds of BS. He's got a level 2 wizard, and he's got a lore of metal. When he first said he had lore of metal, I was like, yay, finally a break in my way. And he rolled, of the 2 spells he rolled glittering robes and enchanted blades, both excellent close combat attacking ones. He's got a unit of 6 Fireborn, and then that cannon thing in the back there where you can do it. It can do a template, or it can do a pinpoint shot type of attack where it does multiple wounds. So there's that. And his army. This is a nice opponent. He took a lot of time to explain his army ahead of time, and that was good. So nice opponent. He gets first turn like always. I don't remember getting a first turn this whole tournament. And only gets +1, but still, come on. So he moves up like that. The infantry comes up. Those 2 big tank things come up. The Fireborn kind of are not so aggressive. Here comes the Kadai Destroyer on the other side of that building. Now it says we're on table 7. They did a flip-flop, so me and him are both 0-2, and we are down on the end boards. Not good. Where you want to be in a tournament, because they flipped. They didn't want all the top players on the top tables the entire time, so they switched it up. And so I get my turn, and I move my wolf chariot behind that building there. I've got my squig hoppers hopping along the outside, heading towards that cannon. My black orcs move up. My trolls move up in a kind of wig-wag type of way to force some, overrun craziness. I put up Foz protection on my goblins, right? And I throw I did the bubble. Maybe I think I threw 4 dice on it, and with my general, and he miscasts, or irresistible force, I guess they call it now, and gets sucked into the warp and shits all over that unit. So not much left of that unit. My guy's gone. The spells weren't all that great, but they're gone. So I got a bubble Foz for 1 round of shooting. He charges with those Fireborn, and that's a long charge, and he made it. He made it look easy. Comes into that troll. That's what they're there for. You can see he's missing a few Fireborn because I picked on them with all my shooting, bolt throwers, doom divers. I figured I'd just go for something I could work on, and maybe I can get into this infantry and pick on it. So he comes in, kills that troll, and he reforms, I believe. Yeah, on my turn. Let's see, what did he do? He might have, overran into the chariot, I believe. So there's that. He's got glittering robes up, or enchanted blades on those guys. So gonna go to the orc turn. I finally get my black orcs in like early in turn 2. They come into the side. That one troll there was stupid because my general has been evaporated, so he stumbles ahead and stops an inch away. My night goblins, since the troll's kind of in the way, they go after to get into those Fireborn too, so they clip it, and then my chariot shoots out and hits the side of that unit. Now my savages are just lining up, keeping both those in the front arc, and they're just gonna take it. They have really no choice other than to try to die as slowly as possible. So that's where I'm at on my turn too. Now here in this battle here, we get into a little bit of a rules dispute. I cast a sneaky stabbing on my black orcs to reroll to hit and to wound. His guys have a special rule where they force rerolls of successful wounds. So since it was my turn, according to the FAQ, told them I get to dictate it in my order. So I rolled my 2 hits, rerolled them, rolled to wound, rerolled successful, and then rerolled all my failures. He got all bent about that. We ended up haggling it out, redid the combat, actually had a bunch of judges come over. Anyway, so what happened was the Night Goblins fought their way out of combat, and I'm missing a picture here, but the Night Goblins overran and hit the front of that unit with the glittering robes up. Because since I hadn't rolled that combat yet, they were able to participate in it. He might have had enchanted blades and robes up, or maybe just the blades. He did a number to the Night Goblins. I can't remember if I netted them or not, but he won the combat by 1, and with my general gone, I'm leadership 6, and so steadfast on a 6, and I fail, and I flee, and I rolled again. I rolled like a boxcars on the flee, and I hit a war machine, and I go off the board. So, horrible. The Black Orcs did a pretty good work on them, on those Flameborn, but I didn't pop them, so they're not dead. And now I can only get a few Black Orcs into combat. I don't know how I didn't pop them. It was just one of those things where it's like, wow. So Yeah, that was horrible. Went badly quickly. And on the right hand side, my mangler squig goes through that thing and didn't do shit to it. I think I rolled 3, and strength 6 versus toughness 8 needs 6s. So yeah, didn't do shit. And so yeah, there goes. And then it didn't even go to a good spot where it would get in the way, really. Or actually it kind of did, but anyway. So I think that's just a picture of the dismal failure. See those bolt throwers there? Yeah, I ran far enough to hit those and pop through, and that unit is gone. I think it took just a couple casualties and didn't do anything in return, and now they're gone. So boo. Over here comes the massive destruction. The one does move, just moves over the mangler squig, and did 3d6 hits to it, strength 6. I think I did 2 wounds, maybe 2 wounds. So he didn't care about that. Comes into the savage orcs, and they're going to be hamburger here pretty quickly. And then over on the left side of the board, where I had all those high hopes with the dual charge type stuff, I'm just grinding, and now my buff's gone, or it will be shortly, and it's just, I need to get free of that thing so I can get into those dwarves and try to do some damage while I still got some numbers. I think I miss a couple rounds of combat, but not much, with the 2 hits and impact hits and 2 thunder stomps and me trying to make a 6-up ward save. You know, I think I made 1 out of 37 rolls. I made 1 6-up, and the savages either broke or were just demolished to a guy. And look over here on the left, look what's happening. Those things are still freaking there. The one thing, I cannot kill that son of a bitch. And he's got like a 4-up. He's got a 4-up armor, which I'm using. I'm using 2 hand weapons because I wanted to throw as many attacks as I could when I first came in. And he's got a 4-up ward, I believe. And he's throwing some attacks. I'm winning the combats, I believe, or if I'm not, we're drawing a lot, and I'm not sure if he's supposed to crumble or not, but whatever the case may be, he's still there. And you know, my doom divers and bolt throwers are shooting at his big things, and they're just bouncing off, just like shooting BBs at a angry badger, not doing anything to him. So yeah, it's getting bad really fast. So that's where we're sitting at. So I'm just trying to position my goblins to get ready. That troll's just stupid. He's stumbling ahead stupidly every turn. Now his dwarves are free to do what they want. I finally do kill that flameborn, but I got like 8 black orcs left, and he's coming in with all those dwarves, and he's got that big machine there in the way, so my goblins aren't even going to be able to help. The Kadai destroyer, he's just not even, I think he went off the board there. The other thing is just kind of trying to figure out what it wants to do. Oh, I must have got a, I don't know what that is. Looks like I took a picture for some reason. Yeah, the black orcs are dead. He's got robes up and enchanted blades. He's in the goblins. My nasty skulkers pop out, and first time all day, I'm able to kill his wizard with a killing blow. Yay! So, big whoop at this point, but you know, I had to take a picture of it because at least they finally did something from my side of the army. And he obliterates these goblins. I can't even take them off as fast as he's, you know, killing them. He doesn't have a lot of attacks, but their leadership is sucky. And then there's the Kadai destroyer just heading over to capture that building for those extra points. So that's the game. Another loss, 0-3. I've never had that happen to me before at a big tournament. So I'm gonna go home, go stop at the hotel room, get some dinner, get a good night's sleep, and then hopefully start day 2 and try to win a couple matches. I'm still having a good time at this tournament. I'm really more upset at myself with a lot of these matches in that, like that Kadai Destroyer, I was planning to bring a guy on a spider with a 2-up ward against Flaming. He could have held that thing up for a long time. Didn't bring him. I was going to bring a boss with a great weapon. Didn't bring him. You know, just so many things I didn't bring. And what I did bring is very vanilla. I mean, the black orcs are black orcs, but they die pretty easily. So, yeah, I wish I could change my list at this point, but I can't. So I guess got to try to start day 2 and make something happen. So look forward to making that battle report for you, and I should have it up tomorrow. Thanks for watching.